When you stop being emotionally, physically, and psychologically available to everyone, something changes. People are used to controlling you through your reactions, predictability, and constant presence. The moment you choose silence instead of immediate responses, withdrawal instead of emotional explosions, the dynamic shifts. Those who thought they understood you realized they only knew your patterns. Carl Jung suggested that what irritates us in others often reveals something about ourselves. When you become less accessible, who gets desperate, angry, or tries harder to provoke you? Their reaction often exposes dependence on your availability. Many people spend years pleasing others, avoiding conflict and giving away energy through forced agreement and endless responsiveness. The result is exhaustion and emptiness. This isn't about rejecting the world. It's about choosing yourself and beginning individuation, becoming whole and authentic. Silence can be stronger than arguments, and conscious withdrawal can be power. You've been taught that worth comes from being available, but excessive availability becomes a prison. Predictability turns you into a tool. Some people use you as emotional support only when convenient. Jung described the persona, the mask worn for acceptance. That mask keeps people saying yes while suffering inside. Constant availability becomes self-abandonment disguised as kindness. Many people don't want you. They want what you provide. Validation, comfort, distraction. Boundaries expose this. When you stop reacting, some accuse you of changing. In reality, you've stopped functioning for their needs. Jung viewed psychic energy as limited. Every impulsive reaction, unnecessary defense, pointless argument, and attempt to please drains inner strength. Emotionally exhausted people become vulnerable, and manipulative individuals recognize vulnerability quickly. True power lies in deciding when to respond and when not to. Observe your triggers. What instantly destabilizes you? Those are places where your energy leaks. Protecting energy doesn't mean becoming cold, it means becoming selective. Manipulation often depends on predictable reactions. People project unmet needs onto others, and emotionally available individuals become containers for those projections. Friends who appear only in crisis, partners needing constant rescue, people valuing you only while useful. Often they relate to your role, not your authentic self. The strongest manipulation comes through guilt, believing you owe attention, explanations, or emotional labor. But when you stop reacting, projections collapse. Silence forces others to face themselves. Not everyone tolerates that. The world rewards noise, yet silence is powerful. Conscious silence creates observation. Observation reveals patterns. Manipulation, self-sabotage, repeated emotional cycles. When you stop responding immediately, you gain clarity. Some panic when you become silent because silence removes their control over the narrative. While reacting, you remain in their game. Silence changes the rules. Silence has a cost. You may lose people who valued only your usefulness. You may seem distant or selfish. Yet maturity often means becoming more selective with words and energy. Silence can become sovereignty. Awareness alone changes nothing. Transformation begins with action. Delayed responses, saying no, leaving draining conversations, protecting time, refusing unnecessary involvement. You do not owe constant explanations. Jung believed individuation requires periods of sacred isolation, stepping away from external expectations to rebuild identity from within. Watch who becomes uncomfortable when you set boundaries. Their reactions often reveal dependence on your old version. Initially, conscious unavailability feels guilty and selfish, but guilt often reflects conditioning, not wrongdoing. People benefiting from your overextension resist your change. Eventually, silence transforms into peace. Solitude becomes presence rather than loneliness. You stop abandoning yourself to keep others close. Anxiety gives way to clarity. Neediness gives way to strength. You may lose people, but find yourself. You may be misunderstood, but gain self-respect. Becoming unavailable to manipulation creates space for authenticity. Real self-love begins when choosing yourself, even if it means standing alone for a while. Protect your energy. Choose where it goes. Become selective. Stop accepting emotional crumbs or relationships built on utility. The path may bring distance, but it also brings freedom, wholeness, and inner peace.